Hey guys, welcome to the 11th episode of Pokemon Versus. This is a special video. Wanna know why? Because this is the first time we have a Pokemon that's already been on this series come back again. That Pokemon is my boy Gengar. Now, why the frick is Clefable versus Gengar a thing right now? Well, if you know, a long time ago, like about 6 months ago, before my channel mascots were both Gengar and Clefable, and there's some stuff going around that Clefable is Gengar's shadow, which is pretty old, but you know, I didn't make Pokemon Versus for a long time, and I didn't really think about this. So we'll be addressing three things. We'll be addressing three things today, and that is the abilities, base stats, and the type defenses. I guess the type defenses and the type kind of mix together. Yeah. Alright, let's just start with the base stats. Now, Gengar has a higher base stat total. We all know that. But let's just look at them individually. Base stats HP, Clefable wins. Attack, Clefable wins. Defense, Clefable wins. Special attack, Gengar wins. Special defense, Clefable wins. Speed, Gengar wins. Total, Gengar wins. It's 4-3, guys. Clefable won. Yeah, but Gengar isn't really about that HP and attack and defense. Isn't really about the defense. And Clefable is pretty average. But Clefable wins. 1 point to Clefable, 0 points to Gengar. Let's go to type defenses. Now, Clefable's type is Fairy type, and before the Fairy type, it was a normal type. So yeah, they kind of changed that. And Gengar, as always, is a Ghost Poison. Honestly, I thought that in Gen 2, well, I wasn't even alive when Gen 2 happened. I was probably... Alright, but I would think that Gengar is a Ghost and Dark type, because it's literally the Shadow Pokemon. Like, Shadow Pokemon. And Shadows are dark. Like, Shadows is what's left when all the light is, like, on you. Or something like that. I don't really know. I'm not that good with science. Actually, I am. It's just, I don't want to. Why is Bowser here? Dude. Alright. So, the type defenses, I'm gonna do the math right now. This is how the Pokemon Versus math works for type defenses. A white spot is 1 point. An immunity is 0 points. 1/2 is 0.50 points. A fourth is 0.25 points. 2 is 2 points. And a 4 times is 4 points. So I'm gonna do the math right now. Alright guys. I said that twice and I don't care. This wasn't really a close match, but it wasn't a far match as well. Gengar got 17.5. No, I'm just joking. Gengar got 15.5. 15.5. Clefable got 17.5. You're guessing. If you're new here, you think that Clefable would win, but no, it's the lower number that actually wins, so Gengar gets the victory. If you don't believe me, check my other videos. Self-promotion. Alright, so it's 1-1. Let's talk about their abilities. Gengar has Levitate. You know what Levitate does. ground type moves are gone. But that's gonna be changed soon. Watch my video tomorrow. Alright, so Clefable gets 3 abilities. One is Q-Charm. The effect. Pokemon with Q-Charm is hit by a move that makes contact. There's a 30% chance that the attacker will become... I don't care. Pokemon... It will not be... Oh, so they're basically in love. Pokemon of the same gender, genderless Pokemon, nor those who with the ability Oblivious, it won't work. Which... its second ability is Magic Guard. Magic Guard, the Pokemon only takes damage from attacks. Now this is attack and special attack, and stuff like Toxic won't work on it. So yeah, that is really useful. Cause you know, it's kind of a fairy type and Toxic, it's really weak to Toxic. Yeah. But I don't think it really works cause, you know, Toxic might be the same against all Pokemon. Except for Poison and Steel, it does nothing. Its hidden ability is Unaware. It doesn't really sound that good. Ignores any stat changes in the Pokemon. Oh! Ignores any stat changes of the Pokemon. Ignores any stat changes of the Pokemon. Alright, so if we actually look at Gengar's moves, does it have any stat lowering attacks? But just for level up. Just for level up. And I'm gonna count how much there are. Yeah. So I thought that versing Gengar, that Unaware would be a hugely good ability. But it turns out the only move by level up Gengar actually knows that does stat changes is Curse. But Gengar doesn't really need Curse. It has a lot of good moves in its level up thing. Like Dark Pulse, Destiny Bond, Shadow Ball. Yeah, I guess Confuse Ray, Sucker Punch, Dream Eater. I mean, one set that I would think is pretty smart is like the sleeping set and stuff like that. I don't really know what kind of these set names, but I just call it the sleeping set, where Gengar gets Hypnosis, and then Dream Eater, and then maybe Nightmare. If you use Hypnosis, and then Dream Eater, and then Nightmare, that is so broken. Like, Gengar is so broken, but this is gonna change soon. Yeah. Alright, so, abilities. Let's see, Q-Charm versus Levitate. Let's see their gender ratio. Gengar's gender ratio, Alright, so Gengar gender ratio is 50-50. Clefable's is 25% male, 75% female. If you have a Gengar that's female, it'd be way better than having a Gengar that's male. But let's see. I can't really find the winner of that. I'm gonna go back to that later. Alright, Magic Guard versus Levitate. It only takes damage from attacks. Yeah, it kind of loses. Alright, that was attacks, and Unaware was stat changes. Alright. So, Magic Guard versus Levitate, it only gets affected by attacks. It's not really that useful compared to a Gengar. Yeah, like, look at this. Like, well, from the set I told you before, the Hypnosis Dream Eater Nightmare set. No, yeah, you can't do anything against Nightmare, but Dream Eater is still an attack. So Dream Eater would still work. And that's a really good set. And, the other moves are, yeah, Gengar wins. Because, yeah, it doesn't really need the stat, what did I just say? It doesn't need, like, the lowering stuff. Oh shoot, the video is getting too long. Oh, don't worry, Gengar wins because, it doesn't really have that many, it doesn't have that many stat changing stuff, and, it has a lot of attack stuff. So it doesn't really matter against Q-Charm versus Levitate, because even if Clefable won that, it'd still be a tie. And Gengar would still win. But what's this? Gengar can Mega Evolve. Now Shadow Tag, you know what Shadow Tag does? It keeps Clefable in the game at all times until it dies. Gengar still wins the abilities thing because Shadow Tag would just be as good as Levitate compared to the abilities that Clefable's rocking. Now in base stats, let's see. Clefable wins in HP and attack. Gengar wins in defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. And the total, that's 5-2. Gengar wins again. Now it's 1-4. And, the type defenses are the same. But no. The type defenses, since Gengar doesn't have Levitate, that's 2 more points to Gengar's original score. So that's a tie. So we'll just go give them both half a point. Alright, so we got Clefable with 1.5 points, and Gengar has 4.5 points. This is the most, not really the most. It's tied with Gengar is tied with Weezing with the best, knockout stuff. Oh, I'm just calling it knockouts because it has 3 points more than Clefable. That's the same amount as Weezing. Weezing got 3 and Arbok got 0. So I guess that's it. Watch for the Gengar video that's gonna come out tomorrow on my thoughts on the new Gengar, because this is the old Gengar. And after Sun and Moon, new Gengar is gonna come, and it's gonna get screwed. Maybe. Alright, guys, so bye, and sorry that I didn't put out a top 10 tomorrow yesterday like I promised. But yeah, as I said 5 times before, 4 times, that I'll be making up for it. Actually, I didn't tell you that I'm making up for it. I'm making up for it for that video for tomorrow. And when I said daily uploads, I kind of lied too. The whole video is in the making right now. And yeah, so bye guys.